tried to get me for my cake once, and I'm a wig on him like a lace front. Me, I'm not looking for handouts. I'ma get on by my damn self. I make a call to my big bro. We send me the pat like it's fan.
Champion. We remain here. It's your boy J Black, AK Black Man. Shake my hand. I appreciate that. Thank you. Deja vu. Deja vu. Deja vu. For the 6th year, going into the 7th, because 2023 marks the 7th year that we'll be doing this for the most part. And we're still here saying the same things. I'm going to bring y'all back. I'm going to bring y'all back down memory lane a little bit, you know what I mean? But before we get into anything, before we talk about this or talk about that or repeat the same subjects and topics from 2017, I think it's due that we just clap it up for Nitty for one time, man. Clap it up for Nitty real fast, please. No matter what you want to say about that or this, notice Tay-Rock saluted Nitty, Swamp saluted Nitty, Shotgun Suge saluted Nitty. If I'm not mistaken, Easy the Block Captain. So for the most part, the MCs that's involved in the equation, right, saluted Nitty. So I think he's due some respect. You know what I mean? What was difficult for me is to see Nitty had to, defend for himself online. Like, he shouldn't have to explain anything. You know what I mean? He wasn't part of the panel. He didn't sit down with us, so he shouldn't get any attacks. And I think for the most part, he had a really good year anyway. So it's like he did his due diligence. He did his just do whatever you want to say. And he did a great job. So I don't think he should be, I don't think anybody should be going at him. You know what I mean? He woke up and won, basically. So salute to him. We're going to be having a press conference for Nitty on Thursday. He will be in the building to collect his money, his title. Yeah. His title. So if you've been paying attention to Champion Year across the years, this is only the second time this has happened, where you got the belt and the money at the same time. Orad in 2017 going into 2018, he got the money and the belt at the same time. So Nitty's getting his belt and his money at the same time. Black, how is he getting his belt? That's custom. What's going on? No. If you've been paying attention to Champion and how we're breaking things down, his belt is not custom. So Nitty can opt, when we sit down and we give him his belt and give him his money, like, yo, all Champion belts are custom, right? So you can either take this belt forever, or you can hold on to this belt for 3 months while I make your new belt that's going to be Nitty-esque. You know what I mean? So this is going to be the Champion of the Year forever belt. So unless he decides to keep that belt right there. You know what I mean? I think you should get custom, Nitty. So but you got a belt and the money for you right then and there. Food and stuff. A celebration. To celebrate what Nitty has done throughout the year. And salute, man. Again, shout out to everybody that was involved. The Shotgun Shugs, the Swamps, the Tay-Rock, Danny. Everybody that's on the list, bro. Everybody on the list. Easy the Block Captain, man. We appreciate y'all. Like, everything we do is not meant to, again, discredit what y'all have done. But, again, at one time for a whole year, we got to rank. And when you rank, you got to nitpick here, nitpick there. Dude. You got, a lot of things has to be said and done. So it's never meant to, minimize anything that y'all have done. But sheesh. I've been watching Ant-Man, right? He goes through this thing called a probability storm. And then I imagine myself. So if you haven't seen Ant-Man 3, you might want to leave a little bit. You might want to fall back and just, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to spoil nothing, but I feel like this is a key part of the movie, you know what I'm saying? And it's a very dope part. But pretty much is a probability storm. Pretty much every outcome that could happen with himself, you can see on camera. The way I observed that, and I saw myself in it, it's like, okay, no matter what we do, and I've been saying this for years, no matter what we do, it's going to be a problem. It'd have been problems. If I'd have picked JC, man, they should have picked Tay-Rock. No matter what we would have picked, there's gonna be problems every year. There's gonna be controversy because it's gonna be close. We're talking about battle rap. There's always gonna be disagreement with the list. Every time. Battle rappers are always going to get upset. So when you see your favorite battle rapper on Twitter going in, just know every year one of your favorites is going to be going in. And y'all going to feel like he deserves. Yeah, a lot of battle rappers are never going to be happy with their placement. Some feel like they're number 3, number 1. A lot of people felt they was, number 1. So, again, no matter how you rearrange the list, if you want to feel away, it is what it is. You feel me? No matter what we place this person number 1, 2, 3, whoever it is, or put that person on the list, move this person off the list, put him on the list, it's going to be a problem no matter what we do. And guess what? I believe This is my guarantee. In 2024, when I'm here explaining 2023, we're going to be in the same predicament, no matter what the changes I made. So I think we got to keep that in mind as we go through. You feel me? No matter what we do. God forbid, this is my fear. This is my nightmare right here. Imagine 10 people. Imagine if you can argue 10 people for number one. Oh, we out of here. We're done. If you can argue 10 people for one position, shout out to Shaka and Suge. Suge is counting his battles right, and he's like, "Yo, Black, I just did this. You see it? Yo, I had Black. I did." That's another thing people got to understand too. Suge, salute. What happens with Champion of the Year is people don't care about their first half of the year. They don't look at that. Then when we get to the panel, we look at your whole entire first half of the year. You forgot it, but we did it. We have it written down. So salute to you and others that's paying it. Oh, I'm going to start off like this. I ain't going to wait till June, August, and you start off like that. We appreciate that. But it's a lot has been said, and it's always going to be said. Nothing's going to change for the most part in terms of things being said about Champion of the Year. Nothing surprises me at this point. And again, 6 years in, it's more a lot of repeats. So what's been said the prior years. But shout out to Goods. If you're not new to the situation, I think Goods is a video every year. And shout out to Goods. So if you pay attention, if you've been formed and been on the ground level. If I'm not mistaken, almost every time we do, or at least the last 2 or 3 times, I think Goods puts out a video, pretty much explains how he feels about Champion of the Year. And I got the most respect for Goods. Shout out to Goods. Nothingbutgoods.com. Goods does a video every year, and I kind of respond to Goods. But I started to watch Goods' video, and I think within the first couple minutes, I realized he didn't even watch. You know what I mean? Shout out to Goods. Shout out to my guy. Shout out to Goods. Goods, we appreciate you. We appreciate you. But that's when I cut it off. So it's kind of hard, to go through what we do and not really, divulge yourself in the process, do even a little bit of research. And I want to explain some key points and some key factors. Shout out to Jay Smo. Shake my hand. Champion Gold Executive. That's one thing right there. And he does, when we're in the Twitter spaces and when we're doing live streams, he's there talking. And he's been talking about all these battles pretty much, I would say, for about over half of a year with me in the Twitter space. So I think he's more than qualified, in my opinion. The amount of battles he watched, that brother has probably seen 99.99999 of battles in 2022. You reference a battle, he knows it. You talk about this battle, he knows it. So I think his information, his knowledge on the battles is there. So I'm saying, without what I'm about to say, I think he's good regardless. But if you go to my GoFundMe channel, right, my GoFundMe page, and it's been there since the first time we ever did Champion of the Year. The highest donor reserves a seat. I always say in my GoFundMes, that I'm doing a fundraiser, that if you are the highest donor, you can receive a seat, and you got to know what you're talking about as well. And I think M. Lang did really good. So you question somebody that's there. Why is he there? Let me say this again. And it's been that way forever. Since the first inception of Champion, the highest donor gets a seat. The only thing that we ask is that you got to know what you're talking about. So you can donate however much you want, but if you don't know battle rap, or if you think Loaded Lux is Champion of the Year, we'll probably give you money back. Like, yeah, I can't, we can't, bro. We can't, nah, because you're not going to know. Jay Smo knows exactly what he's talking about. M. Lang was on the panel last year, and everybody said he did good, so I didn't see why that was even questions for the most part. This man is very articulate, can say his case and prove his points, and he too has watched a lot of battles. But I think those two are the main two that people got complaints from, because Shotgun Suge shot at M. Lang. He posted a picture, and it went up after that. So I think M. Lang was in the fire, and he went on DNA's show. So I just really want to point out those two. Shout out to Tito. I ain't really see no complaints about Tito for the most part. But I think those two are the faces where we're like, okay, who are these two? Well, M. Lang was there last year, and y'all approved of him. Y'all liked him. But again, no matter what we do, it's going to be that way. But shout out to Goods. What I want to say for Goods this year is that Goods, you got an invite. What's up? Because again, we're here every year. It's like, yo, every year. So, goods. If you want to pull up to the champion of your panel, we can have a discussion. We could talk. Make it make sense for the most part. And I would love to see you on the panel. Shout out to Goods. So this wasn't even no shade, no shot. It wasn't that. It's like, yo, you got the answers. Pull up. And I think your respective figure in battle rap, you know what I mean? They're like, oh, Goods. Yeah, that's Goods. Yeah, okay, we like him. So it wouldn't be a question for Goods. So Goods, I'm making some changes, and I think Goods would fit the mold for y'all. Because I think I'm good regardless. But for y'all, I think Goods would fit the mold. So shout out to Goods. Next time I see you in the event, I'm going to pull you to the side and, say what's up, what you want to do. But if this is about the MCs, right, and I think this is what everything this should be about. It should be about the MCs. What I want to say is, this is not a challenge. Shout out to Uncle Rod. This is not a challenge. I just think it'd be dope. And I said this before prior years, part of me, that everybody, not everybody, but for the most part, people got to do their own panels, man, because that'd be dope for battle rap. There's not just one award show. There's not just the Oscars. It's not just the Grammys. You know what I mean? There's multiple, for each category, for music, for sports, for anything, there's multiple set of award shows for that. So it makes no sense in battle. We only got this for the most part. And when I say this, I mean like a panel of discussion, the round table of who should win what. You know what I mean? It should be multiple of these. You know what I mean? And that's not even just, I said before, to bring pressure off of. It's not just to bring pressure off us. It's to bring more appreciation. Because what if someone else said, yo, Swamp won, bro. Swamp won battle of the year. Y'all bugging. We got our own pen over there. So that he loses over here, but he wins over there. That's dope. Man, Shotgun Shook should have won. What if he lost over here but won over there? That's dope. That's fire. You know what I mean? Especially when you have a year which you can argue 5 people, or 2023 you can argue 10 people. It'd be fire if there's other panels. But encourage people, man. Again, to get up and actually do something. You know what I mean? So again, I would encourage people for that. Make their own situations. That'd be dope. I'm not. It's my first time saying this. I've been saying this for years. I feel like it'll be fire if everybody had their own situation. You know what I mean? So other people can get together and knock out their own situation. So, and again, I encourage it. And I'm not saying that no type of. I just think that would be fire. That would literally be fire. Imagine 4 different panels for winners. You know what I mean? Don't knock it. Just do one of your own and make it make sense of your own. So even if you don't rock with Jay Black, right? Jay Black's this, the champion's that. Your last sentence to whoever you follow, whoever you rock with, yo, we hate these brothers, man. They ass, they trash, cornballs. Just put in that last sentence, yo, why don't you do it, man? Why don't y'all do it? Why don't y'all do it, man? We tired of these dudes. And think about it, y'all probably have an advantage because we've been doing it for so long. It's like we've already got the backlash times 10. So if somebody else does it, they start off with an advantage. It's like, okay, yeah, it's a fresh face. It's a breath of fresh air for the most part. So I think whoever does it will be loved. And let me say this again. It's not no shade or shot, because what I'm about to say now is, listen, if y'all could do this now, because this is supposed to be about the MCs. So if someone can do a top 20 panel right now with 7 people minimum, right, have some type of presentation to it. Not like how we do it. Ain't got to wear no suits and like that, because I won't be a part of it. It'll be y'all. I will give $1,000 to whoever y'all say is Battle of the Year. I'm on pocket. I'll give $1,000, but you got to match it though. You got to match it. You have to match it. You have to match it. So either I give them a belt of y'all choosing, right, or I give them $1,000. That sounds really good to me. That sounds really, I'm just saying. You can call it whatever you want too, because this is not my process, it's y'all process. So whoever y'all, if it's a 7 people panel, y'all doing a top 20 with everything up there, and y'all feel like that person is Battle of the Year, and you give them $1,000 out your own pocket, I'll match it and give you $1,000. So that person will now have $2,000. And would that be dope? And the person y'all select will have appreciation. There'd be a lot more appreciation right there. Or, well, this is another situation you could do, is if everybody feels a way, cash app that person that you felt won, right? Cash app them $5. Because if you take all this anger or all this as it's supposed to happen, because again, if you can only pick one, and it's 5 people, and one wins, of course it's gonna be an uprising. Like, oh my God, what y'all do? So if y'all cash app, I seen Tay-Rock did it, so I'm saying it right now. Somebody cashed app Tay-Rock $5 and said, man, fuck Champion, man, they got it wrong. Cool. So if everybody can cash app their guy, they can cash app their guy $5. Be a much better place right now. But salute, man. We've been here now 7 years. This is not going to change. It's not going to change at all either. I want to say this too. Woman of the Year. Woman of the Year is coming up. Woman of the Year is coming up. Please donate and support the ladies. Here's the bright side for you guys. Everybody that was on the Champion Air panel will not be on this panel. Yeah. So everybody that was on the Coty panel will not be on this panel. It'll be, for the most part, ladies. And they choose to get a guy or two. It can be a guy or two in there too. But Woman of the Year is coming up. We're trying to get it done in March. But if we can't meet the fund requirements that I want to set, because I want the ladies to get a bag as well, we'll probably do it in April. So between March and April, stay tuned for that. And yeah, that's it, man. That's it. Appreciate y'all for rocking for this long. We're going into 7 years. 7 years. 9 panels, 7 years. I know battle rap is a place where we tear things down. So let's say we decide to tear Coty down, like, plah, it's out of here. We're done with it. My only hope is that something else could come up. Genuinely. My only hope is that something else, when we, is that something else can come up when this is done. We can at least agree on that, right? Champion, shake my hand, Woody.
Ooh, that thing healthy. Paper bag with the greens, I'm gonna ring it up like house keys. Who got that healthy? Oh, click up in the picture, got my crew all of my selfies. Ooh, that thing healthy.